This is Michael Gerace with Clearview Sewer Cams. It is March 29th, 2022. We're performing a drain line or vent line and waste line and sewer line inspection through a 2-inch steel vent line on the roof at the rear of the building. And we are located at 14620 Novice Street, Novice Street, Panorama City, California, 91402. And this is our rooftop area. And this is our 2-inch steel vent or cast iron vent piping. And we're going to set our camera right at the opening and zero out our camera monitor so we get a good accurate reading. And we're going to insert our camera into the vent, hoping that it goes straight down and drops right into the waste line. We're going to run through the waste line of the building and then out to the sewer line, and we're hoping to get all the way out to the city sewer. Appears that we have a nice straight drop, and we're now pushing into the, we're going to pull back. Oh, there you go. Now he's wanting to fold our camera back over. Okay, now we're going to run out toward the front of the building, and we are in the cast iron waste line now. Got a lot of buildup in the cast iron. We got a little debris on the camera lens. I'm going to try and run some water and try and flush the toilet a few times, see if we can clear that up. We're going to pause our mic for a moment. Pause that one. Okay, we're going to continue running out. We've rinsed our camera lens off. We're in cast iron waste line, and there is scaling, corrosion in the line, which is typical. It's an older building. So far the cast iron does appear to be intact. We don't see any major breaks or root intrusions. Right here we do have a little bit of a belly. We're underwater. We may have a little bit of damming from some debris. That may be what's causing the damming. Joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Probably wouldn't hurt to hydrojet the line and clean it up a little bit. Those joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. And we're going to transition to vitreous clay right here at about 64 feet 10 inches. Pull back just a tiny bit. And that looks like it's a test tee right at the front of the building. So we're going to locate that area later, and a mainline clean out could possibly be brought up in this area. And we're in vitreous clay. It's a little bit flat. We've got a little bit of water holding in the bottom, but not terrible. First two set of joints appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. Pull back just a hair. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. holding a little bit of water here, a little bit flat. Appears that we have 3-foot sections. Got a little bit of the black neoprene band showing, and there's a tiny bit of an offset. Not terrible. You do get some offsetting in vitreous clay. Making a turn, the next joint appears to be in fair condition. The vitreous clay does not appear to be that old. Up until about 1965, 1970, they were using hub and spigot vitreous clay, which had concrete packed in the joints. But this apparently has neoprene bands, so it's probably not that old. That joint appeared to be in fair and maintainable condition. Coming up to the next joint. Joint's nice and tight, fair and maintainable condition again. Now we got a little bit more of a drop. You can see that we're going downhill a little bit more. Next joint, we have a tiny offset in this joint. A little bit of the neoprene band showing, not terrible. Again, still in fair and maintainable condition. Running out toward the next joint. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Got pretty good grade. We're going downhill quite a bit. You can see the camera angle. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Pull back just a tiny bit for me for a second. We're going to take a look at something. Pull back right here. Yeah, that's just part of the indentation and the piping. We're okay. We're in good condition there. Out 110 feet now. We're in the parking lot, headed toward the street. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. And then we're making a turn and a drop and another turn. And then we have the city sewer. Looks like the city sewer saddle possibly going slow right there. We do have a little bit of the neoprene band showing a little bit more, but again, not terrible. No major breaks. A little bit of an offset going in. I'm going to have to pull back a tiny bit to try and jump it. Looked like just a turn. That's not city sewer yet. So it's just a turn, and we're running out, and a little bit more difficult to try and push out. The next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Now this appears to be in the lateral. We do have concrete slag showing in that joint, and that is one of the older joints. Pause for a moment. We're going to try and go down and run some water now. We need to get some water flowing to try and help us push out. So we're going to pause our mic for a moment. Okay, we got water running now. We're going to try and see if we can push out further. Sometimes with the water running, it helps us out. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. And we'll look at these joints from 145 feet back. We're going to try and push out briskly because it's kind of hard to stop right now.
Approximately, are we at the driveway right now? We won't know it.
Don't know for sure. We'll locate after.
So we have that detector thing?
Yeah. We just want to try and get out to the street, and then when we pull back, we can tell where we're at.
Okay.
Okay, looks like we're going to drop. Might have an offset right there. It's holding back water. See? There's something there at the bottom. See if we can run over it. It'll be hard to try and. Yep, you got it. There's city. That's our drop. Okay. This is our city sewer tie-in connection. And we're going to locate this area. We'll put an orange dot of paint with the depth in the street. We're going to pause for a moment and put our locator on.
How many feet?
Okay, we're right at the edge of the city sewer, and you can see the water running through. And now the camera head is actually past the saddle area and in the city. We have water shut off?
Yeah.
Everything? Yeah. Front bathroom, back bathroom? Okay. Just let the water dissipate for a moment. Okay, we're going to begin pulling back very slowly and take a look at especially the last joints that we could not see. Go back in, see a little bit. See, there's something right here. That's what I want to see. I can't tell what it is. Sorry, man. It looks like a little bit of debris. Looks like just a little bit of debris caught on the concrete slag, probably. Because there's no break. The joint is nice and clean. Pull back slow now. Yeah, that joint's nice and clean. Okay. A little debris probably caught on the concrete slag because the joint looks good and clean. And we'll blow that up on our laptop when we get back in the office, and then we can really see what's going on. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. A minor offset in that joint, but very common for hub and spigot piping. No major breaks, no major offsets, no major separations. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little bit of concrete slag overpour. It looks to be fine. Next joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. And we're going to pause at this next joint. Go back some more. Right there. Got a little bit of chipping in the pipe. Over time, could have been butted together, and with earth movement, get a little bit of shaking, and it can chip the edge of the pipe. Still appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. I'm going to pause for a moment. Okay, I'm going to pull back about 15 feet or so to about 100 feet. And then we're going to go ahead and check our location. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint has a little bit of an offset, but not terrible. Okay, we're going to pause right here for a moment. Okay, we're going to pull back approximately another 5-6 feet. A little bit of an offset in that joint, not terrible. And we're going to pause right there for a moment. Okay, we've located the area in the parking lot at approximately 3 foot 10 inches deep. We marked that area with a red crayon. We're going to pull back to about 60 feet, 58 to 60 feet. And then we'll take a look. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. And so does the piping. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. Make a little bit of a turn. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little tiny bit of an offset, but it's holding back a little tiny bit of water. And next joint as well, holding a little bit of water, and you can see the neoprene band, but not bad. Still in fair and maintainable condition at this time. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition as well. That joint appears to be in fair and maintainable condition. A little bit flat right here. And there's our transition to cast iron. So we're going to mark this area right here, and this would be a good location for a mainline sewer cleanout. We have our test tee right here. We're going to pause for a moment, locate this area. Okay, we located this area outside the building at approximately 3 foot 1 inches deep and marked it with orange paint, and it's right in front of the pressure regulator. And this would be a good location for a mainline sewer cleanout. Now we're going to continue pulling back, and we're in our cast iron piping now. Cast iron piping has some scaling, has some corrosion, but appears to be in fair and maintainable condition at this time. At approximately 35 feet now, we're going to continue to pull back. We're going to pull back to our roof vent and then pull up and out of the line. The piping and all the fittings and joints that we can see in the cast iron appear to be in fair and maintainable condition. They do need to be hydrojetted. Kind of difficult to see 100% until you get some of that buildup out. The likelihood of having holes in the piping is very slim. Generally you can see them, but until you hydrojet, it's not 100%. We're going to continue to pull back. Now we're going to be making a turn here in just a moment, and we're coming up, and we'll be pulling out of our galvanized vent pipe. We've got water hanging off the end of the camera lens, so it's very difficult to see anything as we're pulling up. We're pulling up and out of our galvanized vent line, and that will conclude our vent line, waste line, and sewer line inspector. Thank you.